Hey guys, Thunderset here, bringing you a new deck that revolves around a new card, kind of, and it's the Supremacy Sun. Redditor told me about planet monsters, which I guess are super relevant in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga that I haven't read. So I guess we actually secretly have a few of them in Duel Links too, and Supremacy Sun is probably the newest one we got. It cannot be special summoned except by its own effect. After this face-up card, that's very important, on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, during the standby phase of the next turn, not your next turn, of the next turn, discard one card and special summon it from the grave. So that's about the tricky thing with this card, is keeping them face up. Just keep that in mind. We also have a Dark Necrofear, obviously for our Destiny board. We're not using its special summon, though we're capable with 3 Karibo. And of course we have these 3 Karibo, who are also fiends, but they're also helping us stall in order to get our Destiny board effects really off. And then this boy actually helps Destiny board become a little more viable, because I don't think I've ever really made a Destiny board deck, because they're just full memes. It's so impossible to get Destiny board off. But with Dentrite, it's a little more consistent, it's a little more viable. So you can send one monster from your deck to the graveyard when you flip this card. And of course he has the regular crawler mechanic, where if he's destroyed by a card effect, he'll special summon more crawlers, all this other stuff. But the point is, flip him up, throw your Dark Necrofear into the graveyard. Then we use Mausoleum of the Emperor, which will hurt us for 2,000 life points of damage, to normal summon our Supremacy Sun. So we get our Dentrite to throw our Necrofear in the grave, then we just Mausoleum out a Supremacy Sun. Now we have a strong board, and we have Destiny board set up. We activate Destiny board, and we stay on our Supremacy Sun. Why it sucks with face up, we can't just set him from our Mausoleum and still have him get his effect. He has to be face up. Hopefully we can protect him for a turn with one of our stall cards, and then we can switch him to defense. Then he's a little harder to remove from the field. It gets a little better. But yeah, then we're using stall cards. I like Impenetrable Attack because you can target one monster on the field, can't be destroyed. Very useful for your Supremacy Sun. It'll also buy you some turns of protection with your Dentrite if they have multiple monsters attacking. It's very useful. And then of course, Hallowed Life Barrier is probably the best stall card we have. You can use it to throw your Dark Necrofear into the graveyard. It'll protect your Supremacy Sun from destruction. It'll protect you from a whole board of damage. Absolutely the best stall card. And we also have Windstorm, which is also an excellent stall card. So it's just a bunch of stuff till we get our Destiny board conditions set up, which are actually pretty easy now. So it works out for certain decks. But there's also certain decks that just crush the whole win condition entirely. Things like Subterror are able to just banish your monsters without really interacting with your board. And that makes it so you can't sit on them for 5 turns, so it's a little tough. But other than that, I don't think I've really made a Destiny board. It's a fun little skill, guys. Pretty RP anime kind of stuff. But I hope you enjoy it nonetheless, and thanks for watching, guys. Okay, here we are fighting Chaz Princeton. I do believe he is a pure Ojama deck. Chaz just really does not have any skills when you stop to think about it. I think his most meta-relevant skill is like Restart or something. So when you see him, it is kind of a safe bet to be Ojamas. Here we start off with our Dentrite. Usually gets you going pretty quick. He throws an Ojama Country in his grave. You can use it as an Ojama card to special summon from your hand, I think. So here we set our Dentrite. We have a Windstorm. He's gonna flip up a blue, use a Polymerization, hit us with Ojama Knight. That's gonna lock up 2 of our spots. Good thing we had the Dentrite and didn't leave an open field to potentially get completely field locked. That'd be bad. He swings into our Dentrite, throws our Dark Necrofear. Dentrite's really key. That makes this much better. So here, heart of the cards, top deck the Supremacy Sun. We already have 2 Mausoleums at hand. We bring out our Supremacy Sun, activate our skill. There's the F. We start our countdown, guys. Now the pressure's on him. He's got to make a move. He's thin in his deck. Getting Ojama Country going. Getting Ojamas out. Can't do anything yet. We get a switch to defense. I put my Mausoleum of the Emperor face down because your enemy is able to use it. So now they can't face down. Here he's waiting for a specific card, so he obviously has an out. or he wouldn't be waiting. Most people just scoop very quickly with this deck. Like, as soon as you activate Destiny Board, they don't have an out, they just scoop. So here, he does have an out. He had Power of the Guardians. He set it before we let it gain a counter. We use our Windstorm. So now he's kind of stuck. We're already on our A. He has to beat me this turn. Likely not going to happen. He's going to only get to 3,000. He might have had a chance if we didn't have that Windstorm. But we're okay. No matter what we do this turn, all we got to do is end. We get a Hallowed Life Barrier anyway. And here it is. It spells final. Shows you the Dark Necrosphere and her little weird baby doll. And then you win the game. Gives you a nice little special message. One due to Destiny Board's effect. Very cool stuff, guys. Okay, this is Alexis Rhodes. Most likely going to be Vengeance. So we're going to start seeing her pop around all the time again. Let's see what we got. Master of Rights, of course. So we got some stall cards. Should work pretty well. I like the animation on this one, Impenetrable Attack. So he starts with an Anima. Gets rid of a Battle Lord and the Anima for the Executioner, so I think that would banish monsters he destroys. Here we're going to use our Impenetrable Attack. We want to keep all our life points. We can't afford to take 2,000 or more damage. He loses that off the Evolution Summon. Now he has another Evolution Summon. He's going to bring out a Battle Lord. I believe he uses Battle Lord's effect for traps, so I can't use my trap, but we have Karibos who are not traps, they are hand traps. Protect us from the damage. That gives us enough time to pull into our Supremacy Sun. Here he comes. Now we're going to swing over to the Battle Lord. This probably would have been a duel since we don't have our effect going, where I would have just kept swinging with my Supremacy Sun, because we wouldn't have had to worry about any traps, we wouldn't have had to worry about any of that kind of stuff. We would have just swung for regular damage and beat him while his resources were still low, guys. We wouldn't have waited for the Destiny Board. We would have wanted that W against an actual meta deck. Okay, facing Yami Yugi. Let's see how it's going second. Yami Yugi versus Yami Bakura. I'm trying to play regular Bakura. Here we have Hallowed Life Barriers. All crazy. We're fighting a Dark Magician. Now, Dark Magician should have a couple outs in 1,000 Knives, but I believe this guy does not have a single 1,000 Knives in his deck. Keep that in mind, no 1,000 Knives, so he doesn't have too many options to get over this immediate Supremacy Sun with Hallowed Life Barriers. So it's actually a very intimidatingly strong start for him. We switch Supremacy Sun into defense. We don't want to mess with any traps. We don't want to interact with our enemy more than we have to. We're looking for a Destiny Board win here. We are not looking for a swinging win. We get our Dentrite. We're about to get started, guys. He will be a bro and swing into our Dentrite for us. We don't have to flip ourselves face up and potentially take damage. Get our Necrosphere in the grave. That means activate the Destiny Board. Here we go. End our turn. There's an F, guys. We probably could have set our other Hallowed Life Barrier, but I don't want to get hit with a Dark Magic attack and lose all my back row. Would have been nasty. But, so he scoops very early. I look at his deck, very few outs. He was in a tough situation already. Didn't want to see the countdown for my replay, guys. Can't blame him. Okay, Dark Signer Colin. He is about to be a stall Cancer deck, just like we are. We're going first, though. So let's see what he's got. He's doing the 1-card Wonder, 30-card draw. Generally, 1-card Wonder is just built for stall decks. We set our Hallowed Life Barrier, set our Impenetrable Attack. He sets 1 card. Neither of us want to interact with the board. We finally get a card that's core to our combo in Dentrite. Everything else was just stall. So we have another Hallowed Life Barrier. We're going to use our Dentrite, throw away our Necrosphere. Like I said, we don't want to interact with the board. We're both stall. We want our enemies to make plays, and we just disrupt their plays. So I don't set my second Dentrite because I gotta work around Lava Golem. I can't have the Lava Golem out, so I have ways to handle him. We get a Supremacy Sun. We're almost there with our combo pieces. He discards one of his Lava Golems. We get a second Supremacy Sun. I still don't want to bait out the Lava Golem. He starts off with an Iron Core now, so he doesn't have to draw. He discards his Iron Core. We pull our Mausoleum, so now we want to bait out the Lava Golem so we could get our Supremacy Sun out. He does not take the bait. I know he has a Lava Golem, does not summon it, so we're going to bait him even harder with the Supremacy Sun. Now he's got to take the bait. Supremacy Sun's out. We still do not attack. We just activate Destiny Board, end our turn. Hit him with the F, guys. Now he does take the bait for Lava Golem, but we had 3 monsters on the field. Now we have a Supremacy Sun. We'll be able to tribute off that Lava Golem. I try to use Hollow Life Barrier to take no damage. I just want to show you Sinister Serpent, how you discard him, come back to your hand. It's only protects you against your opponent's damage. Lava Golem is my card. But anyway, we tribute summon him for Supremacy Sun. Play around the Lava Golem. That was his second Lava Golem, so he was not in a good position. He was already on FI. He was going down with the ship, guys. So it's always so much fun playing these other win condition decks. This one's always been a little harder with Dark Necrofear and stuff, but Dentrite and Supremacy Sun make it a little more viable. It still doesn't work because it just flat out loses against certain decks like Subterrors and other decks that don't really have to interact with you and can remove your monster without destruction. Then Supremacy Sun does not have the great stall mechanics we rely on. But other than that, guys, super fun stuff. I love, like I said, little win conditions like this, like Exodia or Destiny Board, stuff like that. Super fun stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.